Hi everyone, thank you for joining us on our next quarterly webinar installment. Today we're going to be talking about the Acrobat QuikFit Insert Kit. My name is Anthony Alvarez, account manager here at McElroy, and with me today I've got Robbie Phillips Jr. He's going to be one of our new hosts here for our webinar. Haven't seen him before, but we're glad to have him today. Robbie, introduce yourself, tell the folks who you are.
Yeah, as Anthony said, my name is Robbie Phillips. I work here at McElroy Manufacturing, obviously, but more specifically in our inside sales team. I do also have some responsibilities in our training team, so I'm glad to be here, glad to be showing off the QuikFit package.
All right, yes sir. So we're going to hop into the insert kit here in a bit. Robbie, I know we spent personally a lot of time inside of McElroy University with the QuikFit insert kit and the regular QuikFit itself. So let's get into it, tell these folks what it's all about, and educate them up on the new insert package.
Awesome.
So let's hop over here and we're going to start going through some of our boxes and we're going to discuss exactly what we need in order for our new insert package to work with our QuikFit, right? Yeah. So first thing we're standing in front of here, what are we standing in front of, Robbie?
Yeah, it's our Acrobat QuikFit core package.
Yeah, absolutely. And inside of this core package is going to be everything we need in order to basically get the carriage together and to run the carriage. So you can think components that are going to be similar to all sizes of the QuikFit. So your HPU is going to run all your different sizes, your facer is going to run all your sizes, and we could even pull this little green skid off the front here so you guys can get a better look. Thank you, sir. So as we open up our core package here and we get a better peek inside, it is tightly packed in there, but all these components are pretty vital to the operation of the QuikFit, right? So as you can see, we've got our new hydraulic power unit that comes with our QuikFit. We've already done a webinar on that, so please go back, check that one out if you have more questions on the EP2800Q Series 2. You can see over here in the corner, we've got our facer. That's gonna be, we're gonna have one facer body for all sizes that the QuikFit can do, which is going to be a size range of 14 to 24 inch. What do we got going on your side of the core package, Robbie? I see a cart and what looks like some sort of skid.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Our cart right here is going to hold our heater that we'll get into in a moment and our facer over here. The skid is if we're going to be fabricating things on the ground here. So basically everything that you'd need, including the cylinders back there for us.
Right. So we've got our cylinders down in the back, and then one thing I failed to mention was our facer motor right down here, and that's obviously going to power our facer. Now, I know that today's video is going to be more specific to the insert package, but here in a minute, once we actually build the QuikFit together for you guys and we're going to showcase the insert package, these things are going to be in the video, so we wanted you guys to have an idea as to what they were. So whenever we're talking about the insert package, Robbie, and let's say I was to order one off the website, the McElroy website, what is the core package going to come with that insert package, or is it going to be something else that you have to have already?
Yeah, it's going to be something you're going to have already. That's an additional feature right there, the QuikFit insert package.
Right, and that's going to be something that you can almost think of it, I've heard folks say, as a separate jaw package almost. You kind of think of it that way. You're not necessarily ordering the insert package and this comes with it. That's just almost like an accessory that can add on to your sizes already, if that makes sense. So that's going to be our core package. Once again, all your components that are necessary to run the actual machine. So let's graduate over from our core package to the insert package in specific. Your insert package boxes are going to look very similar to your normal jaw size boxes, right, Robbie? The front's going to flip down so you guys can get a better look as to what we're dealing with here. And Robbie, I'm seeing different jaws, facer plates, heaters. What exactly are we looking at inside of our box here?
Yeah, this is effectively everything you'll need to use your QuikFit insert package. You have your 630 jaws right here. That's your facer plates, a universal facer plate like you had explained earlier, and then your heaters to accommodate all sizes that you can do with the insert package.
Yeah, absolutely. So the way these QuikFit inserts were designed, if you're familiar with QuikFit jaws, they don't have those little cutouts where you can pin in inserts. So actually, as we go throughout the demo here, you're actually going to see us put our master inserts around the jaw and then build in from there, which we're going to get to here in a minute. But you're absolutely right, Robbie. We're going to have our 630 millimeter jaws because that's what those master inserts are going to go into. So for all of our Imperial friends, 24-inch style of jaws, but they are 630 millimeter specific. You did mention our facer plates here. If we pull one of these out, you can see that we've actually got our our blades going all the way, the length of the facer disc here. So this is going to accommodate everything from 10-inch to 24-inch.
Wow.
Okay, so 250 millimeters all the way to 630 millimeters. Okay, it's going to attach, if you're familiar with the QuikFit already, the same exact way as the facer plates do now. So a lot of familiarity there with the clamp style going onto the facer hubs. And this is going to allow you to do all those different reducers, fittings, all that kind of stuff in there as well. Yeah. Okay, with just one facer disc, which makes it nice. Okay. Moving on, you already mentioned, you can see in here we don't just have one facer, right? We got four heaters in here right now. So what's why the 4 different heaters for our QuikFit? Why do we have the 4 instead of 1?
Yeah, to accommodate the different sizes on there. It'd actually be better explained if we just pull one out and look at it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can see this unit right here has these wings on it, if you will. That's to help accommodate. Your cylinders are spaced proportionately to the size you're doing. So we're doing 630 here, but our heater plate is sized to do the pipe we're fusing here. So what would this be, 8-inch, 10-inch?
Yeah, this would be your smallest, your 10-inch heater that can do a few size ranges up from there. And so you go ahead, Robbie.
The same can be said for all the sizes going up to that 630.
Yep, absolutely. So yeah, the only difference is going to be, these arms are going to give you different spacing, like Robbie said, to accommodate those cylinders, and they're going to help you do the fittings and different size pipe to different size pipe, one side to another. So that's going to be a great advantage whenever you're using this guy out in the field. Okay, and then of course, over here, you can't really see it. It's behind our cardboard boxes since this is brand new off the factory floor here. We're going to have our, just our heater sling. And once again, that's going to give your heater a nice safe spot to sit in and keep it out of the dust, dirt, debris of the job site, as we know get pretty messy. And it's going to keep that heater bag out of the wind and up to temperature, which is obviously very important, especially on larger diameter pipes, just as important it is on smaller diameter pipes. So this is going to be where your jaws come, just like Robbie said, kind of all your things that you're going to need to fuse your pipe. But once we come over here, this is where we're going to get into the actual insert portion of it. Okay, so inside of our box here, Robbie, if you want to pick one of those up, and I'll pick one of these up, we can kind of tell the story of our inserts here. Okay, so what I'm holding is a 560 millimeter master insert. Okay, this is going to be, as you can see, it's going to actually go over the jaws, which you're going to see in more detail here in a minute, with these screws that, once again, the insert package does remain toolless, right? Just similar to the Acrobat style, Acrobat line of equipment. You're not going to need any tools for it. These are just hand tighten, take them on and off to tighten onto the jaws. And then, just like Robbie has, you're going to have inserts that will slide into those to accommodate your different sizes that you're wanting to get to.
Exactly.
Okay, and inside of here, you're going to have obviously all your different sizes from 250 millimeters, 10-inch, all the way to 630 millimeter, 24-inch, and every size in between. Okay, you should only have to, whenever you're installing them in there, you're going to have your master insert, and then you're just going to have one insert on top of this, depending on what size you're trying to get to. Okay. Anything else you want to add on this section, Robbie? Are you ready to build this thing and show them what it does?
Let's build it.
All right, let's do it.
3, 2, 1, yeah!
Hey everyone, me and Robbie are building the Acrobat QuikFit on the screen right now. We did want to keep the video specific to the QuikFit insert package, so if you do have questions about the Acrobat QuikFit and how to build it, please visit our YouTube page where we do have a video on one of our previous webinars on how exactly to put the QuikFit together. All right, back to the show. Okay, so we got our Acrobat QuikFit together in the 630 configuration, and you can see we've got it all together and it's on its green skid. And as we go throughout the presentation, we're going to talk about the insert package, and that's going to be more this style of fusion, right, Robbie?
Yeah.
So we're going to be on the ground doing, fittings, could be pipe to pipe, pipe to fitting, whatever the reducer, T, whatever you got, right? The insert package is going to be able to accommodate that. So without further ado, Robbie, grab me one of the master inserts and we can show everyone how it goes in to our jaws here. And like we were saying just before, these inserts are actually going to rest kind of around the outside of the jaw, right? Because we don't have that inside little channel, so to speak, to pin it in just yet. So we're going to start with our master insert here. I'm going to start on the outside fixed jaw. And all I'm going to do is come in, show everyone here on camera, and start twisting off these screws, because this is what's going to allow me to actually put it down onto our jaws here. So I'm just going to loosen this up. Same thing on the other side. Okay, that side pops off. Same thing over here. And then we can take our insert now and we can place it directly into our QuikFit jaw. So what I'm going to do is come in here, and it should sit over our jaw here. Okay, so we've got our QuikFit inserts here in specific. These are going to be our 560 millimeter master inserts that are going to go over our jaws and allow us to put our other corresponding inserts into them to get down to whatever size range that we want, all the way down to 10-inch. So as you can see, whenever we're ready to put this in the machine, all we have to do is remove these two bolts on the back, and that's going to allow it to sit over the jaw, and then we can attach it just by hand tightening these screws right here. And it's very important because this is going to help you accommodate some of those reducers, fittings, whatever you got inside the machine to get the insert as you see it here. And I'll back up next to the jaw to where this section is closest to the fusion zone, and you want all these to match up. That way your pipe's evenly supported, and this is going to give you the most amount of room inside where you're going to be fusing your pipe for that fitting to reach your heater and your facer. Okay, so what we're going to do, all I'm going to do is pop off these two tabs right here, and then we're going to go ahead and install our inserts into our, for the piece that we're putting in, just these two jaws on the fixed side, and then we're going to go ahead and get our spool piece, get it into our machine. Okay.
All right, everybody. We just put the masters on here. We're actually going to put our 450 inserts on here. I'm going to show you how to do that real quick. You're just going to remove this pin right here and then slide it in, just like you've seen on our Legacy Acrobat equipment. And then place your pin back in there, and you're good to go. So Anthony, we've got this nice spool piece in here. What are we able to do now as opposed to what we were before?
Right, so with the Acrobat QuikFit insert package, before that existed, you were only able to do pipe to pipe, so to speak. You can do fittings and things like that, but you were kind of limited based on the width of that jaw and not being able to reduce down from one side to another. And originally, whenever we designed the Acrobat QuikFit, it was designed to be that overhead tie-in machine, right? You're supposed to do your big 24-inch, 630 millimeter overhead tie-ins with the idea of if you can flange it, you can fuse it. And the machine can still do that, absolutely. You have your 630 millimeter jaws with no inserts, you can go tie-in above head, no problems, just like you did before. But now the insert package is that added capability that you can purchase in order to allow your machine to do what you see in front of us here with the big spool piece, right? So we were able to go all the way from 630 millimeter down on your end with a pretty tight flange ring down at the end right there, a butt fusion flange, and we were able to grab onto that and fuse all the way down to, I believe, 250 millimeters down all the way on this end. So with the machine, you're able to do those real tight fittings now with ease, just to pop them in the machine, and you've got plenty of meat to work with on those fittings. And then as you work down, you can see some of the tight connections and tight confines that we were working with when we put this thing together, and you're able to grab onto those, as you can see with these knife edge type inserts, so much better, and with a lot more ease. You'll have to be a lot more productive, so to speak, especially if you're in a fabrication type setting and you're looking to do a lot of these big fabrication pieces like this. These are going to allow you to be super efficient and productive whenever you're doing larger diameter jobs. And then you can get these big spool pieces and send them out to the job site, and then you could use the regular Acrobat QuikFit to tie them in, right? So we've got our whole spool piece fabbed up here. Let's talk a little bit about our heater and our facer. I know we've got these right over here to the side. If we wheel those in, we're going to be able to talk a little bit more about what these offer you. So same, if you're familiar with the Acrobat QuikFit, same style cart that allows you to wheel your heater and facer around the job site. And essentially what we want to show you is how these plates go on here. So I'll grab our plate here. Thank you, sir. If you haven't worked with the QuikFit before, the way these facer discs go on here, they just got the same type clamp that holds the jaw on there, okay? And that is simply, the facer plates are going to be side specific. So this one has 6 lobes on it right in here. That side has 5, so they're going to be side specific. All I have to do is line up the large lobe on our facer body here, and it should slide right on there, and we can pin it into place. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pop this on here. Just like that. Okay, and then once you use that clamp to attach it, now you've got your facer disc on there, right? So now, like you can see, you've got that nice long facer blade. It's actually 2 of them next to each other, and you're going to be able to reach all the way from 24-inch, 630 millimeter, all the way down to 10-inch, 250 millimeter with it, and all your fittings and that kind of stuff in between. So that makes it, super efficient. Once again, your facer, like we've talked about in the past, but if you're new to the QuikFit, you might not necessarily know, the arms on your facer are going to move depending on what size jaw package you have. For the insert package, we're always going to be working with 630, right? 24-inch. So we've got them set all the way out to 630 millimeter, and then you can pick up your facer and install it into the machine, okay? Just like before, your facer does have a locking mechanism on it to make sure once it's inside the actual machine that it's locked into place. So that allows it to do overhead capabilities and above ground, just like you see behind us as well. One thing you don't see inside of our facer just yet is going to be the actual facer motor. Most folks will leave that for last, right, Robbie, whenever they've actually got the facer in the machine.
Good idea.
Makes it a lot lighter, right? You can pick it up, pop it in the machine, lock it in place, drop your facer in, turn it on, or your facer motor, turn it on and pull it out whenever you're done. So that's kind of the way, the whole QuikFit was designed, right? Kind of component based, take stuff apart quickly without any tools to make it go in and out fairly easy on the operator. What about our heater here, Robbie? If we flip our cart around, if you hand me the handle, I'll pull it around this way.
Yeah. So our heater, just like we had discussed earlier, you have all different size ranges heaters to accommodate all the pipe sizes you can do with your insert kit. So if you will release this over there.
I got you.
Awesome. Here we go. These nice donut shape heaters like you've seen on our other Acrobat QuikFits before.
Yeah, and these heaters are, they're nice because they allow you to do a nice size range of pipe, but they've still got that weight reduction in the center of it that allow you, if you're working with it all day, it's not just going to kill you, right? Certainly. It's going to be light enough to where you're able to install this in the machine multiple times without getting worn out, for sure. And you've got that, just like on other QuikFit heaters, you got that latching claw, so to speak, on the end of it, so it locks into the jaw, which is helpful when you're doing normal fabrication stuff or when you're tying in from underneath and you want that heater to lock in. As far as, put this back down here, as far as the insert package, and let me pull our handle. There we go. As far as our insert package goes, your inserts are going to be used mostly on the ground, right? Similar situation to this where you're doing those reducers and then you're going to get your whole spool piece put together, and then you could use your normal Acrobat QuikFit jaws to go up overhead and tie your whole spools together, if that makes sense. So that's going to be our kind of our accessory pieces, our heater, our facer. You've seen the capability of the insert package, and I think that concludes everything that we wanted to touch on today. Is there anything you think I missed, Robbie, or that you wanted to touch on yourself?
I think we've got it all covered here.
All right. So thank you for joining us, everybody. That's going to be Acrobat QuikFit insert package. Once again, size range 10 to 24 inch, 250 millimeter to 630 millimeter, along with all the additional accessories. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to throw them in the comment box, and then please check us out on YouTube and all of our other great social media avenues that you can find McElroy content at. Thank you.
All right, let's recap the different ways you can purchase the Acrobat 630. The first package is your 14 to 16 inch QuikFit package. It comes with your core package and your jaws for 355 millimeter to 400 millimeter. Second is your 18 to 20 inch package, 450 millimeter to 500 millimeter jaws with the core package. Next is a core package along with jaws to do 22 inch to 24 inch, also known as 560 millimeter to 630 millimeter. And lastly, if you want the entire package of your traditional QuikFit package for tie-ins overhead for that lightweight machine to get in really tight spaces, you've got your full package, 355 millimeter all the way up to 630 millimeter. That comes with the core package and all 3 jaw sets. If you want to just have a machine that goes up to 630 millimeter and don't have a need to go overhead, you can buy the core package and the QuikFit insert package. It's essentially an Acrobat 630 on the ground that gives you the ability to do 10 inch all the way up to 24 inch, that's 250 millimeter up to 630 millimeter, on the ground. So if you have short runs of pipe that you don't want to have to change the jaws off the cylinders, you're just adding inserts as needed. It makes it really easy for prefabrication and gives you great productivity to do things on the ground with reducers and other fittings, and then take it overhead with your traditional QuikFit packages.
All right, everyone, that recap by Jeff Turner over our different Acrobat QuikFit package options that are out there gave us enough time to come back to our recording room here. Now we've got me, Robbie Phillips, of course, Jeff Turner's in the room with us, and then Thurman is here with us as well. And we're going to be going through some different question and answers that the group had throughout the presentation there. You ready, Robbie?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to have Jeff Turner. He's off camera here, but he's going to read them out for us. You guys should be able to hear them, and then me and Robbie will go back and forth. We can answer our questions here.
Okay, we've got several questions that have come in over the course. Over the course of the video. So we're going to go ahead and get started on some of those. Okay, so are people or contractors using the QuikFit inserts in just a fabrication operation, or are they taking them out to the job site too?
Great question. We've seen, so to answer the question, we've seen both out there. We've seen a lot of folks have these in a fab shop specific to getting spool pieces like you saw in the video built, and then shipping those spool pieces to facilitate, tying them all together on the actual job. And then we've also seen them have, we have also seen folks have the QuikFit insert package out there on the job site, spooling stuff up and then tying it all together right then and there. So to answer the question, both.
Are they just using the QuikFit inserts for fabrication, or can you actually go in ditch with them?
Yeah, no, absolutely. The Acrobat QuikFit insert kit, you can use it, flat level ground to spool stuff up. You can also do in-ditch fusions with it as well. I mean, just as easy. It's still going to retain, kind of that lightweight configuration. So it's going to be able to go down in a ditch and get onto whatever you need to grab onto to make your fusions and your tie-ins.
Do you have to use the QuikFit inserts in all of the jaws, like on the skid?
Yeah, if you were going just pipe to pipe, yeah, take advantage of the QuikFit jaws and just use those to make it as lightweight as possible before you put it down in the ditch and tie it back together.
With the insert package, do you have to use all of the jaws that come with it, or can you drop it down to like 3 jaws?
If the question is asking, does it have to be used on the skid, I guess is the question. So to answer, the QuikFit doesn't have, with the inserts in it, doesn't have to sit on that skid in order to accommodate. In fact, there's going to be times where you're probably going to have to remove it to accommodate, your spool piece that's hanging out on that fixed side. So you have to take it off, just onto the ground in 3 jaw and use your insert kit that way.
So you can use it in 3 jaw. Can you take it down to 2 jaw?
You can. There are some different things you could run into when using 2 jaw. It'll make your alignment a little bit tougher to get, but that is an option that you can do.
Okay. I got a couple more questions here. How can I expect the insert package to be shipped to me?
Yeah, great question, because we just went over, that's the reason we put that recap back on the end there, just so you can see kind of the different options that you have. But the QuikFit insert kit is going to come to you with 2 boxes. Okay, it's going to have the smaller box that you saw in the video with the actual inserts in it, and then you're going to have the box that houses your 630 millimeter jaws, heater, facer plates, and I believe that should be everything in those boxes. But you will need a core package to run it. So you'll have to have that 3rd box in the core package like you saw in the video in order to run it at a minimum.
Okay. Okay, another question that just came in. How many facer discs come with the QuikFit insert package? Because I saw multiple
Yeah,
heaters.
4 heaters, like you saw Robbie in the video show, to accommodate different sizes and everything like that, and to keep it lightweight. But the facer discs are just one. It comes with one facer disc that will do all sizes, 10 to 24 inch.
All right, this is a great question. It always gets talked about whenever we're talking about plugging in HPUs. What are the power requirements for the HPU for the QuikFit?
Great question. Great question. The Acrobat is going to be, as we all know, a larger diameter machine. So it's going to jump up your power requirement a little bit as compared to like an Acrobat 250. So your Acrobat QuikFit is going to run at 240 volt, 30 amp, single phase is going to be what your QuikFit runs off of in order to, generate power for the HPU and the entire system.
Okay. All right, and this is the last question that just came in. Do the inserts only attach to the 630 millimeter jaws?
Robbie, you want to round us out with our last question of the day here?
Yeah. So they are only attaching the 630 millimeter jaws.
That is correct, yeah.
So, and that 630 millimeter jaw set has the master inserts that are 560 that attach, and then the inserts go inside the 560. Right?
Absolutely. Yep. You have to have those 560s in order to build down to whatever size you want to get to.
Okay.
Okay.
Good. Well, that's all the questions that have come in, and I mean those are
Perfect.
pretty active.
Pretty good questions. We want to thank everybody for joining us. Please keep your eye out on your email and on social media for all of our quarterly webinars that we're going to continue to do. We don't know what the subject of our next one's going to be just yet. If you guys have any requests or recommendations for our next subject, don't hesitate to email those to us, call us, shoot us a text on whatever you guys want to see next, and we would be happy to do it. After we're done here, we're going to take this webinar, we're going to edit it up, put it out on YouTube. So if you want to see this content again, don't hesitate to go out to our YouTube pages or any of our other social media areas to find, this video. So I want to thank you guys once again for joining us. Once again, my name's Anthony Alvarez.
My name's Robbie Phillips.
I got Jeff Turner and Thurman here. Couldn't have done it without you guys. Thank you very much, and we'll see you guys next time.